the CEO of Your Live show. And I'm Yvonne, and I help driven business owners and CEO who wants to scale their business to the next level, but prefer to do so in a smooth way that doesn't involve a lot of extra time working. And I'm very fortunate because today is a very special day because Jessica Levin is here with me and Heather Kolar are here with me. Jessica, would you please introduce yourself to the people watching and listening?
Well, I'm Jessica Levin, and I am a wearer of many hats. I'm CEO of 7 Degrees Communications, COO of Abacus Worldwide, and kind of a whole bunch of other things in between.
Well, yes. And but let's talk about that in a bit, shall we?
Sounds good.
Heather, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Heather A. Kolar. I am the founding and managing partner of the Heather A. Kolar Agency, where we help companies establish themselves on LinkedIn. We help them to identify the people they can best serve, who they really know well. We help them build authority, and then we help them to build those relationships that hopefully lead to business. So that's what we do.
I love that. Okay, so today we want to zoom in on you, Jessica, and just talk about how you and I work together. And maybe you want to kick off what was the situation before you and I work together. Tell us a bit about that.
I work for my own company, and then I serve fractionally, and I just finished my doctor in business administration, and
Woohoo!
was sort of trying to figure out what's next. Not necessarily looking to change jobs or anything like that, but looking at my focus in this post-degree world for myself.
Yes. And what I really love is that all your clients basically see you as a trusted advisor, right? That's something I really want to emphasize because that in itself shows me how much people appreciate you. And you often come in with well, small, not really small, but like websites, and then it grows from there. Tell us a bit about that because that's a very interesting journey.
Well, people tend to refer business for a specific need because they're having a conversation with somebody. And because I have a very strong marketing background, I build a lot of websites. A lot of times people will come to me for a website because that's something that they understand. Everybody knows what a website is. Um, and when that happens, I approach it from a high level business perspective, try to figure out what they're trying to accomplish. A lot of my clients are new businesses that are starting up. So they're starting without even a company name, without a brand, without a message, without any infrastructure. So those initial conversations about building a website turn into branding, they turn into messaging, they turn into creating business processes for them. And generally, for myself, end up becoming bigger engagements, either in the course of figuring out how I can serve them or after we've done one small project and then they've decided that they need additional support.
That's so interesting to me because obviously you're a successful business owner helping other businesses with their vision, with their, figuring out their business. What made you choose Yvonne? What made you choose Yvonne and to work with her?
Well, we were introduced through a mutual friend, and a very good friend of mine who I was having this conversation with. And she said, I have the person for you, and I trust her. And she connected us. And I mean, probably the biggest thing, not only did Yvonne understand my work or what I was trying to accomplish, but her background in professional services, being an attorney and having worked at a big four, a good chunk of my clients and work are with law and accounting firms. So the fact that she understood a big portion of my client base really made sense for me.
That's awesome. I love to hear when successful people know that they can still get help from other successful people because there's nothing like being in a boat on your own. It's just, it can be a very lonely place running your business, you know? Um, so, what are you most excited about? right now? You just got your DBA, your Doctorate of Business Administration. Let's all, give you another round of applause for that. No easy feat. That's awesome. Let's just stick with the rest of 2023, Jessica. What are you most excited about?
Well, I mean, the degree really is like hot off the press. So I haven't even worked on the press release for it. And so I did a project on accounting firms and firm culture and recruiting and retention. And so I'm going to be pushing that message out, sharing the results of my study, and hoping to either work on some speaking engagements or some consulting projects along those lines. So I'm very excited about that. It also aligns with a book that I'm working on that is very close to being done, which is Accounting for Times, which is I don't know how to growth guide. It's accounting for times evolve or dissolve. So it's for professional services firms about how they can change the way they do business. So it's very much aligned with my capstone project. And I also have another book that's probably going to come out even before that, which is almost done, which is called Being When You Grow Up, which is about sort of career pathing, sort of life direction, a little bit of everything. So between now and the end of the year and into next year, that's really going to be my focus.
Are you laughing at someone's poochie is barking while she's talking about these many books she's publishing. I think that's more of a cheer and an applause because that's incredible. That's incredible. So you have two books coming out on the horizon, very near horizon.
Yes, very near. I mean, I think they'll both be done before the end of the year. I'll probably stagger them, but
Okay.
sorry about that.
It's okay. This is real life in 2023, and you're still getting all of this amazing things done. That's awesome. Either one of you, this is for you. What do you think the biggest difference has been since working together? What have you seen, Yvonne, and then Jessica? If there's anything else, maybe what you've seen in yourself.
Well, what I've seen is, Jessica is amazing to work with. It's I love it when people are already doing so well.
Mhm.
That's actually it's so, how do you say that? There's so many possibilities to grow. That's what I really like, and what I really like with you, Jessica, is that you have so many opportunities and you don't want to confine yourself to just this little corner. And I think you shouldn't, right? Because you're already saying it now. You're writing two books. You're doing consulting. You're a trusted advisor. And we didn't even talk about your speaking yet. But that's something that really lights me up. And all too often in this environment, in this society, we are led to believe that we can only be for one thing and that we have to be a very in-depth specialist, and that nothing else out there then matters. And for me, what is very brings me a lot of joy is to work with someone like you, Jessica, who does it all and is amazing at it. So that it's more like, well, I don't have to focus because I can do multiple things. But then always the question is, okay, but then how we bring it together.
Mhm.
And that is very fulfilling to bring someone who has already so much going for herself, to bring them to the next level, to actually make a bigger impact on even more people because they need a bit of Jessica in their life.
That's awesome. Is there anything, Jessica, you can pinpoint where you can say, since working with Yvonne, I have seen this materialize, or I've seen this significant difference in myself? Whether it's for me, it was I started every weekend. I take off Saturday and most of Sunday. I did not do that before, So it can be anything that you see in your life where you're like, okay, this is a great difference maker.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things. One is that I actually very specifically said that I wanted to work less and but still make more money.
Hmm.
And I have been like trying to start my day later and end it earlier,
Hmm.
and have been pretty successful at that. Even when I am finding myself busy, and the next few weeks are a fairly busy stretch for me, but I'm finding that by shrinking those hours, I'm still getting the work done. I'm still feeling a little guilty about the switch. I haven't quite gotten over that. But I am just finding that I'm not necessarily productive. I mean, I'm watching TV and doing nothing, but as part, it falls into my goal.
Yeah,
Um,
I get you.
and the other thing is, it's kind of funny because Yvonne had said to me, "Well, it sounds like you're able to manifest things," which is true. And I said something very specific to her about wanting to do work in a very specific area. And then a really big opportunity
All right.
where we haven't closed it yet. And it's a collaboration with a client. It sounds like it's going in a very good direction, and it's very much in line with the type of work that I want to do that's more fulfilling. So that whole manifesting, and it's not necessarily a strategy to say like, hey, I want to do this and it comes to you, but it did actually work.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So lots of great energy, lots of taking back some time, right? Because that's the one commodity we don't get more of. We actually have to manage it better, and just take time for ourselves. Because being a CEO, and wearing so many hats, like you said, you're wearing so many hats. Burnout is real, and it's a very unhappy place to be. So, taking however you want to spend your time is really wonderful. Um, what are you really looking forward to in 2024?
Well, certainly getting the books out and then picking up speaking again. And I would say again, I didn't stop entirely, but pre-COVID, I was doing a lot of speaking and a lot of traveling. And I realized, I think like a lot of people, that the traveling was exhausting. Um, but I miss it. So now I'm looking at it from the perspective of doing less of it, but in the right places, and not to the point where I wake up and I don't know what city I'm in. But where I'm going out there, I am sharing my message and making money.
Exactly. Walking in your purpose. Walking in your purpose. That's awesome. That's awesome. What about you, Yvonne? What are you most excited for in 2024?
I'm excited for so many great things that are coming up. But I'm still in 2023 because a lot of this.
Okay. Yes, we still have a lot of time left. We sure do.
No, but so one of the things is, oh, now I sound like I'm really emotional, but one of the things is that I've co-written a book and that's coming out next
The
week.
19th. The
Yeah.
19th. That's
So
this week.
yeah, this week. Okay, well there we go. And I'm very excited about that because it's called Midlife, but strike through mid life without a crisis, and it's just an awesome book. And on the 19th, everybody can download it for free. So that's an extra gift. I'm excited about that. And I've got an amazing clinic coming up, which is actually going to help you prepare for 2024. Because all too often we have these great ideas and then the year kicks in and we may start well, but it never, it kind of sizzles out. And this is really going to help you because I'm giving you the framework, I'm giving you the questions you need to ask yourself to really crush your 2024 goals. So that I'm very excited about. And if you want to know more, just simply say crush underneath this video, because it's going to be awesome. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I was just telling someone about it yesterday. So absolutely. Jessica, who makes a really great introduction for you, or who needs your services? When you work with your clients, who really needs what you do? What kind of person?
Um, well, I work with a lot of professional services firms. So specifically on that culture, people development side of things.
Mhm.
People are looking for core values, looking to differentiate themselves. I work with smaller businesses, but definitely the ones who are willing to invest in their business and take it seriously.
What kind of definition would you put around that? Help the people know, like, what does that look like?
Um, I think it looks like a company that is not afraid to spend money on their business and understands, just like I reached out to Yvonne, that you can't do it alone.
Right.
Um, Business processes, some, people, a lot of companies that I work with have growing pains, and they've just grown a little too fast, and they need to not necessarily put the brakes on, but they need just help navigating that next step and that growth step. Generally, I think when companies go from like 10 to 50 people, it's a whole different world than when you were one or two people. So that's really a good spot for me. And then the other area, which I sort of alluded to, is healthcare. And
Okay.
again, like smaller businesses, smaller healthcare organizations that are looking to do healthcare in a modern way.
Okay.
So just getting out of some of the restrictions that the last 20, 30 years have put on healthcare providers, and helping them grow in a different way and serve their patients in the community in a different way.
Yeah, so you said some key things there, good indicators, going from 5 to 10, right? You want to transform your company, get your culture, your identity, all of these core values in place, possibly healthcare or other professional services. So if you're listening out there, which I know you are, be sure to reach out to Jessica.
And what I would like to just say in, like rounding up what Jessica, you said, well, I told you you're great at manifesting, and then you did it. And that seems a bit like, oh, I just had this thought and then it appeared. And as much as I would love that to be real, I think the work we've done is, identifying, hey, I really love healthcare, and I've got a lot of experience in that, and I have great knowledge, and I really like to be a COO because I'm amazing at that. And just being that clear and that outspoken, and how brilliant would it be to do another assignment as a CEO, and how brilliant would it be to also work with healthcare companies. And then when the opportunity is there, which was because in the collaboration, jumping on it and really going for it, I think that makes the difference. It's that clarity, it's that desire, allowing yourself to think out of the box. Oh yeah, I do actually have that experience. Oh, I am actually great at it. Sometimes it's simply owning it, and that's what you've done. And that's why I think, this opportunity has now come onto your path, and I'm pretty sure you're going to ace it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You usually have your closing question, Yvonne.
Yes. So, if there is one thing that you want to describe for yourself, if you look back on 2023, what's your one word that you close off 2023 with? And what's the one word for 2024?
Well, I think it's a good word that's literal and manifesting, which was graduate, or right. So I graduated, and then 2024 is graduating to other bigger things.
I like that.
Yep.
That's a lovely one. And for you, Heather?
For me, progress, and I would say progress is definitely one for 2023. Solid progress. I would like to say more of alignment for 2024.
I love
We talk a lot about clarity, so getting even more clearer on what I'm doing, who I'm serving, my purpose, and how to do it.
That's amazing. Okay. Well, I'll close off with my words. My word for this year was definitely scale, and my word for next year is definitely joy.
Oh yes, I love it.
So, thank you, Jessica, for being here.
Thank you.
Heather, thank you for being amazing as you are.
My pleasure. I always enjoy these. So nice to meet you, Jessica.
Same.
And I look forward to seeing you. If you want to catch us in person and you are a business owner, you can meet us on November 2nd at Vint Edge in Somerville, New Jersey. In the evening, we'll be there for a business development social. So we look forward to seeing you.
I'll be there.
Yes, I can't wait to meet you in person.
Okay. Well, with that, thank you for watching, and I look forward to catching you same time, same place next week. Bye.